Hello YouTube, my name is McFlippers and welcome to the U.T.F series, episode 18 here in the lovely land of Druxe. I am super excited to get into the video, so without further ado, let's go. So in the last episode we built this sugarcane farm right here, and I said that in this episode we would be building the aesthetic piece over top of it. So I'm going to hop over to my testing world and see what we can build. So we're here next to my lovely necromancer's tower, and I'm not really sure what I want to build, whether it will be a marketplace, just another Druxe-like house, a tower, a apartment building, something really out of the ordinary. I don't know. So I'm going to start building somewhere around here, and I will see you once I've created something interesting. So I think this is generally the house I'm going to go for. It's just a little L-shaped house. It's pretty nice, it's pretty small. It's got a pretty small inside as well, but that's okay because I really don't need that much interior space. This house isn't meant to be a living quarters or anything special. It's really just going to have a staircase down to the sugarcane farm so I can check on it if I need to, and it'll probably have a chest for the sugarcane when it comes up. So I'm going to go back to Druxe, get some resources, and start building. So I was just hunting around, and there's really only two materials that I need for this house: cobblestone and spruce wood. And unfortunately, it would appear that I've completely run out of spruce wood. I checked every chest around my entire world, and I cannot find any. Luckily enough, we live in a massive spruce forest, so I'm going to get to chopping down some trees, and I'll be right back to you. So I'm back now, and I've got all the wood that I could ever wish for in my inventory. I put that bit of deforestation into a small time lapse. I'm not sure if anyone else enjoys the time lapses too much, but I tend to enjoy making and also watching the time lapses quite a bit. So tell me in the comments if you do like the time lapses, and if not, I suppose I'll stop them. But until then, I'm just going to keep going with them because I think they're fun. As for the house, normally when I'm building, I build a little bit, do a progress update, build a little bit, do a progress update, and so forth. Or I just build the whole thing and come back and say, hey, I built it. But I think for this one, I'm going to do something a little bit interesting, just to change it up. And maybe we'll do it going forth as well, if it's fun. So, I'm going to get right into that, and I hope it's fun. Alright, so it is time for the detailing of the house, and we're going to start probably with this pathway right here. I'm getting quite the few frame drops. Sorry if that's noticeable on screen. It probably is. But here we go. We're going to put in a path. I do some gravel, random spots, maybe one there. We'll grab some coarse dirt. Coarse dirt fills in the rest. Grab our grass back, put in some stone buttons as pebbles. We're going to make some, wow, very, very framey right now. I might need to just restart the recording for a second, but I'll do that in just 1 second. I've got to do this. Actually, we'll put it right here. I'm going to change that. And we'll put a little torch there to light things up, and there we go. Our path is now completed into the house. And now I'm just going to restart the recording because I'm getting some very bad frame problems, and I'm sure that it is not very enjoyable to watch this way. Hey, so I think I figured out the frames. My render distance was set to 14, which is extravagantly high for what I normally do, which is just 6, to keep it a little lagless for the camera. And there are creepers all over the place. I mean, ooh. Any creeper I can get is a good one. And the zombie wants to fight. No, I shot you. You little devil. Alright, he's gone now. Any bits of gunpowder I can get to replenish my stocks are good, because I don't have a lot of gunpowder at all. And you're dead, and oh no, the zombie apocalypse. I've started it. They're not going to leave me alone. And I'm going to leave that creeper alone. So, as for the inside of the house, I'm going to start doing that. But tell me in the comments what you thought of that little building process right there. It wasn't exactly a time lapse. It was more like a slideshow I'm not even sure what I'd really call that. I just kind of took pictures at each stage of the building and made it look a little interesting. I'm not really sure what I would call it. Maybe just a slideshow? Maybe I'd call it a slideshow. But tell me if you liked it in the comments, because I kind of enjoyed making it, and it might be fun to do every now and again, as a bit of a change up to my usual style of showing progress. As for this part right here, I'm trying to practice my exposition while I am working on a build, which I think I'm doing pretty good at right now. I'm probably going to falter at some point, but I think I'm doing pretty good for right now. See, I think I found the trick to live commentary. All you have to do is pick a meaningless subject and babble about it in your head. And as the words come out, they just kind of flow. You just kind of spit out random words, and sometimes they work. And I'm laughing to myself now, because that's just dumb. But I am trying this time, and I think I want a staircase probably right here, because this is the only place that redstone really isn't. Where would I even put a staircase here? How would I get down? That's a problem. Maybe I'll need to think that over. I think I'm gonna pause the recording for a moment. Alright, so I think I figured out this staircase. It kinda just winds around this general area. I need more. Do I have more wood? I don't have more wood. That's a bit disappointing. I'll have to get more in a moment. But it kinda just winds around to the back end of this and comes over here to where I am not, apparently getting quite a bit of sugarcane. So the farm is definitely working. That's a good thing. I do like that. Look at that, we almost got, probably over a stack. How much is, okay, we got quite a bit of sugarcane stored up. So we got almost a stack and a half of sugarcane already, and this farm's only been on for maybe 20-30 minutes. So it's working pretty good so far. As for the rest of the floor and the stairs and these ugly as all darndest walls, I think I'm going to do that off camera because that's going to take way too much time. So I'll be right back. So this is what I got going for me right now. It's basically done, and the room itself looks fairly ugly, but that's fine. It was never meant to be aesthetic. It is purely supposed to be functional, and as long as I can walk down to this chest and grab my sugar cane, I will be happy. So up here, I'm not actually going to do much in this episode because I got some other plans, and I'm really never going to need the interior of this building to do much. So, like I said, purely functional. If I ever need to do anything in this building or make something cool out of it, perhaps I will do that. But until that day arrives, I'm just going to stick with it being a blank canvas. As for that, the exterior, however, I'm going to make look a little nicer. Right here is a bit of a weird spot, and I think it could use a highlight. And I think that's a pretty nice highlight. And can we do it on this side? No. But we can on this? No, we can't. That's fine. So that's good, and now it's time to move on to our next piece of agenda. So I'm just getting back to my computer after about 2 weeks of being away, which means this video is quite obviously late. I did mean to post a somewhat, maybe, I don't know, a minute-long video explaining that I was not going to be gone, or that I was going to be gone, because I didn't want to leave the channel high and dry again, but my computer exploded on me once more, and I didn't get to upload that video. I ran out of time, but now I'm back, and as I recall, I said the next piece of agenda, which is what we're going to be doing now. So, the next piece of agenda is this wall that I want to build. I've kind of got the border laid out here in grass, and I just want to build a border around Druxe, like a little fence, and maybe have an archway somewhere off in that direction, maybe over there as well. Different places around around Druxe, with entrances, formal entrances to Druxe, rather than just, coming over a mountain and, oh look, there's Druxe. You have to go around to the formal entrance and come in through Druxe. It might also help regulate the amount of zombies that crawl in here overnight, and creepers. I also have a big problem with creepers. But I basically just want to build a border. Druxe is, as a town, coming to an end. The city is, or town is, fairly large, and it was never meant to be all that big anyway. Possibly we might build a boat off in that direction, and once we're done with the border, we're going to have some kind of space over here that we might need to fill in, but other than that, I might throw in some trees, and possibly the next episode or so we'll be done with Druxe. And we'll have to move on to the next city. Of course, that next city we're probably going to be doing in 1.13, because while I was gone, or maybe before I was gone, I don't know, but sometime that I didn't notice, 1.13 came out. So the next video is most definitely going to be checking out 1.13, and I am definitely excited about that. I've actually already gone into 1.13 a couple of times in the pre-releases and stuff, just to try some stuff out, and there's a few kinks I'm having with my computer and the way it runs 1.13, but I'm sure that can all be worked out over time. So perhaps the next video is going to be exploring Druxe in 1.13. And we'll progress from there. So now I'm going to build a fence, and I'll be right back to you. So I just said I'd be right back to you, but I realized I kind of wanted to show you all how I generally build fences. And for Druxe, at least in the kind of higgledy-piggledy style I think the fence for Druxe should be in, this is more or less how I'm going to end up doing it. So I place in fences in a sort of random pattern, just on and off all across the border. And then every other opening, I'm going to place one of these full wood blocks. And that basically covers that. And then generally next to the wood blocks and next to openings, I'll be putting pieces of slabs to prevent monsters from jumping over. Now the only place that monsters will really be able to get over once I'm done with all this is possibly in holes like this right here, and possibly in areas with these wooden blocks. But generally the fence style here tends to work pretty well, and so I'm gonna stick with it. And that's just my example of the fence. So maybe we'll do something to it later, maybe we won't. I don't know, it kinda looks bland as it is, but I'm sure once I'm done with the whole thing, I'll get a better scope of what needs to be done to make it look better. For now, though, I'm just going to build that, and for real now, I'm going to be right back to you when I'm done. So I'm back, and as can be seen, I am now finished with all of the fence. It goes all the way around, all the way over here to this house, and it stops right at the edge. It kind of connects to, what was this, the enchanting room? It kind of connects to the enchanting room, and then connects back off the other side and goes down into the side of the lake, ocean. I think it's an ocean. I don't think I've ever gone that way very far, but pretty sure it's an ocean. And then up here, we have it coming back out of the ocean and over to the horse shed, where we have our little archway, kind of higgledy-piggledy archway to match the fence, and all the while we have stone walls with torches on top to light up the area and deter monster spawning. And that's about it. I didn't put any over here because this is a mountain, and I didn't think a mountain needed any because a mountain's kind of a fence all its own. And other than that, I guess it's pretty done. I've completed this task. And that is about all I can accomplish for this episode. So, with that being said, I'd like to thank you all for making it to the very end of this episode in the U.T.F series. I had a ton of fun making it, so I hope you all enjoyed as much as I did. And remember, if you did like the video, to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to see more of my future content when it comes out. The channel and I would greatly appreciate it. And, until the next video, keep swimming with the squids, and I will see you then.